All right, welcome back. When you hear the word improv, you probably think about a bunch of funny people acting silly on stage, right? But our next guest knows that improv skills can help you through the toughest parts of life.
I love that message, and we're thrilled to welcome Julie Ostro back to the Morning Blend.
Hello, hey!
This is our new book. It's called Life is Improv, a little road trip of life's adventures with humor, laughter, and improve at the wheel. Improve or improv?
Improv
at the wheel.
Improv at the wheel, but it'll help you improve your life. But you know what? It'll help you improve your life anyway.
There you go.
Improve and improv. They go hand in hand.
That's right. We just did an action.
And contributing author before, but this is your first book on your own.
All by myself.
Woohoo!
Oh, with some help with a book coach. But yes, from front to back, cover to cover are my words and my experiences.
That's great.
And to tell you, I could not decide what book to write about because improv can be used in grief counseling, which I've been in, a volunteer grief counselor, public speaking, in life. So each chapter indicates is a story about each.
Sure. So you got to tell us, I mean, how did you find improv? How did you get involved in this? Because I think I love improv personally. I'm not as fast on my feet as some people are. We were just talking about that a little bit. So tell us about your background and how you found it.
And anyone out there, if you want me to do a scripted play, forget it. Call somebody else.
Yeah.
But if you want me to think on my feet, I can do it.
You can do it.
So where I worked way back in the 90s, somebody I worked with, Jennifer Bullock, and she's mentioned in the beginning of the book, said, Julie, you have the quick wit and humor. You need to take classes at Second City. And I said, what's Second City? And she actually covered the $150 for that first class because I said to her, that's too much. That's too much money for a 25-year-old making $18,000 a year. And I talk about that because you never know when someone is going to give you that nudge, that yes and, before I even knew what yes and meant. So how I got started, a coworker of mine encouraged me. She floated me the money on her credit card and she said, you need to take those classes.
Wow.
Yeah, and so with every, sorry, I need to
No,
you guys are that.
You're doing good. You're doing great. You're fantastic.
Yeah.
But one of the things I want to get to, though, is spirituality. Because you believe, because I love the fact that you use improv and grief counseling, because it's hard to laugh when you're grieving. It's really hard. But you also suggest improv as a spiritual quest. How so?
Yeah, so when I had been climbing the corporate ladder, and something in the back of my mind said, you need to be doing something else. And I feel like my life has been very indicative of DNA helix. So I would go this way, corporate life, finding my own path, but right here in the center would be the aha. And one of those ahas was, fine, I'm gonna quit my job. I moved back down to North Carolina, and I was scared out of my wits because I was driving in the middle of the night, you know, because just stopping and visiting some people. But along the way, just when I felt scared, I would have an interaction with somebody and they would just say something like, God bless, or safe journey. Like, I had pulled off of the Beltline of Cincinnati, pulled off thinking, where am I? I'm so lost. Pulled off in this parking lot and, okay, Julie, just look at the map. Yes, there wasn't GPS. Look at the map. Just give you an idea of the date here. And then I just got a breath. I looked up, and this woman was walking back to her car from dropping off newspapers at the front of this general store. She comes back to me, looks at me, and I'm thinking, great, I'm going to get killed. No, she says, God bless and safe journey. I'm like, okay, all right. So
just that.
Just that.
Right.
Just stories like that, you know, we only have anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. But anywhere in life where you think, I don't know about this, but I find if I have that twinge way inside my belly, that message inside me that says, you need to do this. Yes, you're scared, but you need to do this. I don't know, can't really explain it.
Right, I think it's fascinating because I think the younger generation has a difficult time communicating face to face today. There's so much social media, right? There's so many distractions. We've eliminated a lot of that. Improv and public speaking are kind of intertwined a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
More comfortable in front of people, in front of groups.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And we've even talked about this too. I think the last time I was on here, I have a program called Think on Your Feet Public Speaking. Because what can happen here? We've even talked about this. What can happen is, even though the camera won't go out because the camera folks are fantastic, but what if you plan a presentation word for word for word? There is going to be the unexpected. What if someone from your audience asks you a question you don't know the answer to? What if you do forget what you're going to say? And there's a way to basically yes and the experience and becoming a facilitator as opposed to, Oh, was that Cindy Brady when she was on TV?
Yeah.
Right, just looking at
There, I'm dating myself again.
love it.
Yeah,
remember
being
the
in the
show.
moment and expecting that the unexpected will happen.
Yeah, don't script it so much. Where can people find your book?
They can find my book on my website at julieostro.com.
And you also have a ton of events coming up. We don't have
do.
time to go through all of them, but it's like about brainstorming. You've got a summit, people, purpose, passion. You got a webinar, all that great stuff. People
lot of
can
great
go to
stuff.
your website
Yep,
to find
speaking
it.
at the Wisconsin Society of Association Executives on October 30th. You can register on their website, wsae.org. And on my calendar, you'll see webinars that I've got set up, and you can register there.
Fantastic.
Life is Improv.
Congrats on
It
the book.
is.
Yeah,
Thank you so
exciting.
much.
Thank you so much.